Long ago, on a breezy evening, beside a sparkling lake, Jesus and his closest friends, the disciples, had just finished a busy day helping people. As the sun started to set, Jesus spoke to his friends, "Go ahead and get into the boat. Cross over to the other side of the lake. I'll join you later." So, the disciples climbed into their small wooden boat, pushed off from the shore, and began to row across the big, deep water. Jesus stayed behind for a little while, wanting some quiet time to pray. He climbed up a hill and looked out over the lake, talking to God and thinking about the people he loved so much. Down below, the disciples worked hard, pushing their oars through the water. Suddenly, the wind began to blow stronger and stronger. Waves started to rise, splashing against the sides of their boat. The disciples felt nervous as the boat rocked back and forth in the choppy water. It was very late at night, and the sky was dark. The disciples tried their best to keep rowing, but the wind was too strong, and their boat was stuck out in the middle of the lake. Tired and worried, they wondered what to do. Just then, something amazing happened. Far away, they saw a figure walking toward them. At first, they couldn't believe their eyes. Was someone really walking on top of the water? They rubbed their eyes and looked again. The figure kept coming closer, stepping calmly over the wavy water as if it were dry land. The disciples didn't know what to think. They were scared and cried out, "Who is that? Is it a ghost?" But then, the person called out in a warm, gentle voice, "Don't be afraid! It's me, Jesus!" The disciples were amazed. Jesus was walking on water. One of the disciples, Peter, felt brave. He called out to Jesus, "Lord, if it's really you, tell me to come and walk on the water too." Jesus smiled and said, "Come, Peter." So Peter carefully climbed out of the boat and stepped onto the water. To his surprise, he didn't sink. He took a few bold steps toward Jesus, walking on the water just like him. But then, Peter noticed the strong wind and the tall waves all around. He started to feel afraid and forgot to trust Jesus. Suddenly, Peter began to sink into the water. "Help me, Lord," he shouted. Right away, Jesus reached out his hand and caught Peter. He lifted Peter up and said kindly, "Why did you doubt, Peter? I'm always here to help you." Hand in hand, Jesus and Peter walked back to the boat. As soon as they climbed inside, the wind stopped blowing, and the water became calm again. The disciples were amazed by what they had seen. They knew that Jesus was very special and that he could do wonderful things. They said to him, "You really are the Son of God." The disciples felt safe and happy, knowing that Jesus was with them, even in the middle of a storm. They learned that no matter how big their worries were, they could always trust Jesus to help them. As the boat gently floated to the other side of the lake, the disciples remembered this amazing night and how Jesus showed them the power of faith and love. And so, the story of Jesus walking on water reminds us all that even when things seem scary or impossible, we can trust and believe in Jesus, who loves us and helps us all the time.